Great morning, class. I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to understand chapter number 1, session 2, networking fundamentals. Up till now in this chapter, we have understood what is a computer network, then the types of computer network, its advantages and disadvantages. So what is a computer network? A computer network is an interconnection of various computer systems or peripheral devices which are used to exchange information, data, devices and other resources among various users. Then we discussed about the types of networks. There are namely 4 types of networks. First is your personal area network, that is PAN. Second is your local area network. Third is your metropolitan area network. And fourth is your wide area network. In today's lecture, we are going to understand the concept of networking architecture, that is the design which is used to create a network. And the second topic that we are going to discuss is the switching techniques that are used to send a message from a sender to a receiver across a network. I hope you will be able to understand these concepts. Network architecture. Network architecture is an overall design of a computer hardware and their functional organization and configuration. What is a network architecture? It is the overall design of a computer hardware and their functional organization and configuration. Now what does it mean? See beta, up till we have understood that in a computer network there are many computers which are connected to each other so that we can share some information and resource, right? But now question arises, how can we connect these computers? What is the design? How can I make such a network? How will I organize the computers? How will I configure them? So the answer lies in this topic. The name of the topic is network architecture. So in this topic, we are going to understand that how do we design and organize the computers, यानी हम computers को कैसे connect करते हैं आपस में ताकि वो क्या कर सके, एक computer network बना सकें. तो बेटा जो computer architecture होता है, it is of 2 types. वो कितने types का होता है? 2 types. First is your peer-to-peer architecture and second is your client server architecture. कौन सी types हैं? First is your peer-to-peer and second is your client server. Firstly we understand this. अच्छा बेटा, हमें पता है कि हम सब students हैं in one school. तो हमारी क्लास के कुछ students हैं, ठीक है, से S1, S2, S3, S4 और किसी B सेक्शन के भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं S1, S2, S3, S4. अब वो सब क्या हैं? दे ऑल आर स्टूडेंट्स, ठीक है. एक टीचर के लिए आप चाहे A सेक्शन के हो चाहे B सेक्शन के हो, एक ही लेवल के हो और वो लेवल क्या है? स्टूडेंट्स का. तो इसका मतलब हम आपको क्या बोलेंगे? पीयर, बिकॉज यू आर एट द सेम लेवल. अगर आपका लेवल सेम है तो हम उसके लिए क्या वर्ड यूज करते हैं? पीयर. तो यहाँ पे जो हमारा आर्किटेक्चर है पीयर टू पीयर, उसका भी मीनिंग क्या होता है? सेम ही होता है. इन पीयर टू पीयर आर्किटेक्चर आर कंप्यूटर्स आर कनेक्टेड विद ईच अदर. लेकिन एक कंडीशन है दैट ईच कंप्यूटर हैज अ राइट टू कनेक्ट विद एवरी अदर कंप्यूटर. मतलब कोई प्रायोरिटी नहीं है, ये नहीं है कि ये ज़्यादा अच्छा है और ये कम अच्छा है. All the computers are at same level. All the computers have the right to ask for a resource or to give some resource. यानी हर एक कंप्यूटर क्या बन सकता है? सप्लायर भी बन सकता है रिसोर्स का और रिसीवर भी बन सकता है. यानी कि अगर हर एक कंप्यूटर दूसरे कंप्यूटर के साथ कम्युनिकेट कर सकता है एफिशिएंटली, ठीक है, देन दैट इज योर पीयर टू पीयर आर्किटेक्चर. तब हम इसको रीड करते हैं. पीयर मीन्स इक्वल. आई टोल्ड यू इफ यू आर एट द सेम लेवल देन दैट इज पीयर. एंड देयरफॉर इन अ पीयर टू पीयर नेटवर्क ईच कंप्यूटर or node is equal to other computers in terms of resources that it can access and share. मतलब हर कंप्यूटर की क्या है, सेम प्रायोरिटी है. All computers in this type of network act as both the supplier as well as the consumers of the resource. It treats all devices as having the equivalent capability. इसका मतलब क्या है, every computer has equal capability. For example, in this diagram, if my peer, this peer or this node wants to access printer and this node also wants to access the printer. Now if this node A asked for the printer first, then this node A will get the printer first. It is not that node B will come afterwards and say I need the printer and it will get. No. Since they are peers and at same level, therefore if this peer wants the printer, then it will get first, and once it has finished its work, after that peer B can get this printer. Understood? Now the second type of architecture is beta client server architecture. Client server architecture. Now if you can understand in this way beta, that students are at same level, but a teacher is at a higher level than your students. Teacher is at the higher level than the students. Teacher has some resources that only she has, and she can provide those resources to the students. वो resource क्या है, information है, education है. Understood? That means teacher is at one level higher than the students and she has some resources that she can provide the students. Understood? तो अगर ऐसा कोई system होता है in which there is one computer which is superior to the remaining computers, okay, these are inferior and this is the superior computer, then in that case we use the client server architecture. This superior computer is known as your client, and these computers which receive the resources are known as the this superior computer is known as the server, and these computers which take the resources are known as the clients. So let's discuss about this architecture. In a client-server network, there is a powerful central computer which has more resources than the other computers connected to the network. This central computer is known as the server. As I told you that this is my superior computer, so it is known as the server. And the other computers are known as the clients or nodes or workstations. Now these all are your clients. There are some other names also. You can call it a node and you can also call it a workstation. Workstation. Understood? The server is responsible for providing all the information resources to the client as per their request. What it says, the server is responsible for providing all the information resources to the clients as per their request. The client sends requests to the server for these services. The client utilizes resources of the server but does not share its resources with any other computer. Now what does it mean? This is my server. For example, this is my server. It is my superior computer. It is my main computer, and it is connected with some computers or workstations known as clients. For example, these are your clients. Now for example, A wants a printer. Now see, server will always have some resource. Server will always have some resource which will be needed by a client. Okay, and there is not even a single client which has this resource. This is compulsory. See, servers has something with it which no other computer has with itself, which only this computer can provide. That is the reason why it is known as server. So what clients will do, they will ask for a resource from the server, and then server will provide that resource to the client. That is, it is a one-way communication. It will ask and it will give. What was happening in peer-to-peer communication? It could have asked also, for example, this is my node A, so my node A could have asked a resource, okay, or would have given a resource. Means it could have been a supplier or a receiver. But in this case, my node A can only be a receiver. It cannot be a supplier. Understood? This is a one-way communication, that it will ask for a resource and server will provide for a resource. And my second condition is that these clients cannot communicate with each other. They cannot communicate with each other. Means A cannot give a resource to B and B cannot give a resource to A. I hope you understood this concept of client and server. Now we are going to understand some differences between client and server.